So a few months back, a couple of guys took it upon themselves to steal, of all things, a barbecue. A big, heavy, commercial-sized barbecue. I think by this point, they're starting to realize that this is more work than they first anticipated. I mean, they probably spent about half an hour cutting their way into the cage itself just to get the barbecue. Although I'm not sure what they're going to do with it. They left the tanks behind. I do hope they're thankful that we paved all of this for them. It's pretty obvious that the guy in the back is doing the majority of the work, and the guy in front is struggling. And then he just walks away. It's hard to find good help these days.
Buckle up your tape as I give you a day in the life of facilities maintenance.
So this is the cage they cut into to get the barbecue, and it's pretty obvious they cut it by hand. Looks like they worked at it pretty hard too. But it's time to fix it, and the first thing I'm going to do actually has nothing to do with the gate at all. But there's an old receptacle back here that was at one time powering a kiln that is no longer here.
Now, because I require a ground wire on this welding plug, not a neutral wire, which is what I have capped back there, I had to put a ground wire to the box. I don't know if this was ever grounded before, but it is now.
And just like that, we have a 30 amp welding plug.
And this is a 30 amp circuit, so because this is a 30 amp circuit, that wire, which is 10 gauge, is sized for a 30 amp circuit. So if I were to throw a 50 amp breaker on there, the wiring would now be my weak link. And if I'm drawing more than 30 amps, which that is what the limit of the wire is, the wire becomes a big, long, giant fuse. You catch what I'm saying? Okay, I just switched the breaker back on. Double check with my meter. I'm getting 120 on both legs. I think we're good to go there. Now, after dragging the welder out here, I should be able to plug in and go to work. Time to start cleaning up some of this mess. If somebody ever shows up with an angle grinder to break in, we're screwed. Okay, think of that as a clean palette to start putting things back together. Often welding plugs are 50 amp plugs. This one is a 30 amp plug, but this welding plug on this little Miller here, it's a 211, is a 20 amp. So we are well within where we need to be. Okay, I like that. I love the fact that I can plug a welder in out here and do some work. Gets me out of the shop where the kids are. But before I start sticking metal together here, I need to go get some material to put in there. Okay, 57, that's the magic number. I overcut the length intentionally by about 3/8 of an inch because I need to carve out a bit of a valley in each one to fit properly. I'm just wondering what the easiest way to make that valley would be. I think I'll go to the grinding wheel. I'm going to give that a shot. That'll work. Okay, I've got 40.5 inches, so I'm just doing 8 and a little bit for spacing. That'll be good for 1, 2, 3, 4 bars. Each bar is 1.5 inches in diameter, which gives me about a 6.5 inch space between each bar when I am all said and done. Now you might think, oh, a toddler could squeeze between there. Well, it's not so much keeping people from being able to squeeze between there to get in. It's about what you can get out of here through a 6.5 inch gap, which isn't much. Well, that didn't go nearly as well as planned. I don't want to admit how long it took me to grind little half-moon valleys in the ends of the pieces so that I could fit them in place. I also don't know if you've noticed, I made 5 pieces, but I measured and welded in 4. Not sure how that happened. Can somebody tell me why the better choice for welding galvanized metal like this is a stick welder and not a MIG welder? Because man, does it throw sparks. Sparks everywhere. I was getting sparks in my welding helmet, and hot sparks too. I got a burn through the palm of my glove. It's all right, guys. You're on the other side. Anyways, it's after 6 o'clock. My shift is over, so I'm not going to finish up welding this tonight. I've welded the bars in place, so they're not going anywhere. And I'll come back tomorrow and do a final weld on things, and then hit them with some galvanized spray. Thanks for watching. Yeah, this one sucked. I'm not happy about this at all, but it is what it is. I mean, it looks 10 times better than it did, and it's secure. Nobody's getting through there unless they've got tools, but then they'd get through anyway. Yeah. I made 5 bars and measured for 4 and welded them in place. How did I not see that? All I would have had to do is split the middle, weld a bar down there, and then bang, bang. I don't know. Anyways, thanks for watching. See you next time. I'm washing up and I notice more burns on my arms. They look like track marks. Awesome.